There's something special happening at Fieldston Middle. The experience that students have here is relevant to the world around them and is authentic and intellectually stimulating in ways that are differentiated for each student. These elements combined create an empowering experience that prepares students to engage with the global community, ready to make change.
Fieldston Middle is a joyful place. You walk around our classrooms, teachers are using every inch of the space, the students are using every inch of the space, they're moving around, they're discovering. It's learning through doing, it's learning through experiencing, it's learning through inquiry.
When I think about what's special about Fieldston Middle, the first thing I think about is the campus, because it's so beautiful, and when you're entering it, it's like you're going into a very special place where learning is happening all over the place, outside in the quad, in the buildings, all over.
The teachers act as facilitators, really supporting students and shepherding through their learning. And through tough questions, they actually grapple with really great dilemmas where there isn't a solution or an answer, and they just have to figure out what's their guidepost, what do they believe in, and use the content to actually bolster those conversations.
All of our teachers are middle school specialists, so they come with not only the content understanding of what they're teaching, but they also come understanding developmental needs of all our students. Middle school can be such a sort of tumultuous time, but being able to really understand developmentally where our students are and really allows us to push the students to meet them where they are.
A big goal in Sit Straight is how do we create a community where, regardless of where folks are coming from, they feel like they belong and this is their school.
Social emotional learning, which we usually just refer to as SEL, is really infused within our entire program in the middle school. And the way I like to think about it is teaching the skills that are not covered in your traditional classes, like time management, emotion regulation, understanding who you are as a person.
Middle school students need to feel the sense of community because they're developing their own identity as a learner, as a member of our society.
Advisory is one of the hearts of Fieldston Middle. The advisor is somebody who they have more downtime with. The advisor is their advocate, and the advisor is somebody who meets with a small group of kids a number of times a week. And then the advisors all meet together a couple of times a week, and we talk about the students in terms of how we can support them.
In middle school, students get to really try a little bit of everything.
We have one of the best athletic facilities in the tri-state area. You look around, it's top notch, and it's all about spirit, mind, and body. We're emphasizing learning the sport, enjoying the sport, getting to know one another, and having a great time. The best thing is that I say, bring your sneakers and a smile, and then you have a great time.
The biggest challenge for middle schoolers is being self-conscious. And in 6th grade, it's very present. And by 8th grade, they are more confident in themselves and their voice and the importance of their voice.
That's something special to Fieldston in the way that we teach, that everything's based on really an essential question, and everything's infused with the ethical perspectives.
Ethics is a part of every conversation, because in every conversation we're talking about ways that we can better and strengthen our community. I think when we're at our best at Fieldston Middle, it's when the students are making those connections for themselves. And I can think of times in the ethics classroom where students have said, oh, this reminds me of something that I read in the novel we're reading in English, or oh, this reminds me of a conversation that we had in science class. So to me, the magic of Fieldston Middle is students are developmentally at their moment where they're making big connections, and ethics gets to be the center of that.
The academic program in the middle school, I think, really does a strong job of building upon each year. It allows our programming to meet our students where they are. When you can have their environment to take a risk and be supported if you succeed or if you fail, and you feel comfortable doing that, those are the life lessons that make a middle school experience kind of magical, I think.
One thing that separates us from a number of our peer schools is we really value the whole child. We recognize that when you have kids who are moving around and active and keep their minds active and are coming at problems from an inquiry approach, are going to experience a really powerful form of learning.
The core of our educational program is the study and practice of ethics, which prepares us and compels us to take care of our world, ourselves, and each other. We're located in the Riverdale section of the Bronx and have access to beautiful green spaces while also enjoying all that New York City has to offer. Come by for a tour and discover more about us.